Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I'd like to welcome everybody to the discussion of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, which we have once a week, and very happy to see all of you. We'll begin. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So we have been discussing the samvad or the conversation between Gaurang Mahaprabhu and Srila Ramanand Rai. So both of them were discussing about what is the highest. Mahaprabhu had asked what is the highest goal, the sadhya. What is the highest goal that is mentioned in the Shastras? And we saw the different gradations. And then we are at that particular point of time where Ramanand Rai is speaking what is even beyond Madhurya Bhakti or Sringara Ras. And that what is beyond Sringara Ras is the love that Srimati Radharani has for Krishna, Sri Radha Prema. So in the same context we discussed two shlokas from the Geet Govind. And the Geet Govind shloka, it speaks the two shlokas, the essences. I'll just summarize. Krishna, right, he took Srimati Radharani within his heart and he left the Rasastali, the Ras Leela. He left the company of all the other gopis to go and dance with Srimati Radharani. That was one. So that is one thing that is mentioned, because he could feel and understand that Radharani is having some problem. Krishna is dancing with everybody. Yes, he is dancing with me also, but then I'm not getting that exclusivity. So he leaves everybody and goes. And another version says that actually Srimati Radharani starts leaving. She left. She leaves first. And then Krishna regrets very deeply that I have mistreated Radharani. The other gopis. And that is something that Krishna understood, realized, and he says that, well, I have to leave now. So he started going across the banks of Yamuna searching for Radharani. And he searched for a long time. And he could not find Srimati Radharani. So he entered the bushes of Vrindavan, the kunjas, the groves, and started lamenting. Next. 8. So now he is just Jayadev Goswami, because now referring to these two shlokas, he is going to tell something. एई दुई श्लोक अर्थ विचारिला जानी विचारिते उठे न अमृते रखनी. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is requesting everybody, just think about these two verses. Just think about these two verses. Think about the meaning. Think about the purport. Vicharite uthe. If you think sufficiently, amrite rakhani. This is nothing but a mine of nectar. Usually say khani is khan, we say, na? Sone ki khan. It's a gold mine. So here amritera khan means it is nothing but a mine of nectar, if you meditate on the meaning. So he is going to help us to contemplate and reflect, because we may not know what is the meaning, what for us, because we don't have that rasa yet, we don't have that love yet. We may think, oh, what is so big thing about these two verses? So he's saying, okay, you all do not contemplate, I will teach you how to reflect. So such an amazing teacher, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. He teaches us how to reflect as well. Chattakuti gopi sange rasa vilasa tar madhye ek murti rahe radha pash. So now he's beginning to tell us. So he's saying Shatakoti. Shatakoti means hundreds and thousands. Shata is hundreds and Koti is crores, 100 crores. Shatakoti gopi sange rasa vilas. So Krishna was doing this Ras Lila with so many gopis. You cannot count. Yes, you cannot count. So anything that you cannot count is either 10 crores, 10 million, 100 crores. Number is given. It's not that there were only 100 crore gopis. No, we cannot count. So many were there. Taramadhya, but among all of them, amongst them, Eka Murti Rahe Radha Pash means Krishna was there beside every gopi. Yes, every gopi had one copy of Krishna. His vilasa, his expansions was there with him. But still, he kept himself, the original Krishna. Yes, original Krishna was beside Radharani. In one sense, if you see, many of these Antaranga Shaktis or the internal potencies of Lord, these gopis, they are also expansions of Radharani. Who are the Ashtasakis? They are expansions. So expansions, along with expansions, Krishna's expansions were there. Original copy of Radharani, original copy of Krishna. So Krishna originally was with Radharani. Tara Madhya, among them, he was Eka Murti. Yes, his Radha, Rahe Radha Pas. So although the literal translation is one of the forms was with Radharani, but Prabhupada says no. He kept himself in one of his forms. His original form was with Radharani. Next. साधारण प्रेमे देखी सर्वत्र समता राधार कुटिल प्रेमे हैला वामता. So what did she say? Sadharan prem. Hey, this is general prema. Sarvatra samata. He is treating everybody equally and giving me that same love what he's showing with all gopis, that is there with me. It's same. So what happened? Radharani kutila prem haila vamata. This vama means vama swabhav is mild nature. That is one meaning. Vama swabhav. Vama is also meaning leftist behavior. Leftist means opposition. That's called leftist. Opposition behavior. So she had a little bit of opposition with Krishna. She took the other side. And normally you say, if you are right, go to your right. If you are not right, go to left. That's called Vama, opposition, left side. So Radhara Kutila Premahila. So her crooked love. Yes, this love of being a jealous lover. That crookedness arose in her heart. Of course, that also arose for what reason? It arose for only one reason, that is to please Krishna. Because Krishna likes to see this crooked love. Right? So next we are going to see, he quotes a verse from Ujjvala Nilamani by Rupa Goswami. Ahiriva gatihi premna swabhava kutila bhavet ato hetora hetoscha yunor mana udanchati. So about this kutil swabhav he is expanding with a shloka from Ujjwal Nilamani. What is he saying? Just like he is comparing the love, premna, aheriva gati premna, the loving affairs between a young boy and a girl is like aher gati. Aher gati is movement of a snake. How does snake move? Snake moves in a crooked manner. You have seen? Uraga gati. Yes, uraga gati. Snake doesn't have legs. The snake moves on its chest. That's why the snake is called Uru Gaman. The chest, taking strength from the chest, the snake moves. Uragagati. That's crooked way the snake moves. How many of you are seeing snake moving? Of course, the moment you see, you will not meditate on the snake movement. You will run away from that place. Oh, snake! The snake will bite us. But if you analyze, the snake moves like this, crooked way. So the love between a boy and a girl, loving affair, ahe iva gati premna. So swabhava kutila bhavet. Just similarly, there is crookedness there in love between a boy and girl. So on account of this, what happens? Ato heto ahetoscha yunor mana udanchati. Yes. So there is an anger that arises between a young boy and girl, and there is an anger with cause, and there is anger without cause. My God, very complicated thing this love is. Yes. Sometimes the lover is angry, and there's a reason why that lover is angry. And sometimes ahetoscha, there is no reason. Why are you upset? Why are you angry? Even I don't know. I'm not going to ask for raise of hands for experience. But the point is, whatever is there in Shastras, we have to accept. I have no experience of all these things. Right? So that is the crooked nature of love. Suddenly upset. For what? No reason. Yes. So between two gopis, rasa dance, between two gopis there was one Krishna. Every two gopis, between them one Krishna. Correct? Problem was, beside Radharani there is only one Krishna. Got it? Because they were in the center, right? Radharani's reason for anger is, for every gopis, they were all in circles. They were Maharas was happening in circle. Just visualize. It was happening in circle. So if you go in circle between two gopis, there is one Krishna. So one gopi gets how many Krishnas? Tell me. Now you're getting the point. One gopi gets two Krishna. Okay, every gopi gets two Krishna because they are in circle. So all are in circle. The crores gopis, they are dancing in circle. Who is there in between? Between is Radha and Krishna. So she is dancing, she is saying, the first reason is she is angry with Krishna for no reason. And what is that no reason anger? He is showing equal love to everybody. But that's Krishna's nature. Equal love to all. How can you show equal love to all? You should show me more love. So that was no reason for fighting with Krishna or becoming angry on Krishna. Second, anger with cause is what? Anger with cause, disagreement is, oh, for every gopi there is two Krishna, but for me there is only one Krishna. This is not fair. Yes, I also want two Krishnas. Got it? This was the anger with a cause. Right? So this was the anger with cause which was there. So this comes in Ujjvala Nilamani. So what does Radharani do? She got anger with a cause, anger without cause. Have you got angry on somebody without any reason? Yes, happens. So you all have experience. There is a reason for anger, there is anger without reason also. So Radharani got both. Two types. So now what did she do after she got angry? Krodha kari, rasa chadi, gela mana kari, tare na dekhiya vyakula haila Shri Hari. So Krodha kari, she became angry. Hey, all gopis have two, Krishna is cheating. I only got one, so I am going to leave. So she left the Ras Leela. This is called Mana Leela. Whenever Radharani, whether with reason or without reason, Man. It's called Man Leela. Yes, Radharani has gone into Man. So she went. Tare na dekhiya vyakula haila Shri Hari. And he didn't see. He didn't see Radharani. Where is Radharani? And he became very anxious. Who? Krishna. Samyak sara vasana Krishnera Rasalila. Rasalila vasana te Radhika Shrinkhala. Okay. There is one thing. If you see here, there is no link broken as such. If you see, suppose in how were the gopis standing in Ras Leela? They were all in circles. Imagine one gopi leaves from circle. What will happen? That beauty will go away, right? Even if once, have you seen sometimes pujaris arrange a DT plate for worshipping the Lord, and I've seen they put red flower, red, white, red, white, red, white, and it's all completely symmetric. And even if you were to remove one, you remove one flower also, what happens? It is spoiled. Hey, two reds have come. That beauty is spoiled. Similarly, if all devotees turn on videos, it will be very nice. Right? One devotee not turning on, one devotee turns on, that is not good. Everyone turns on. So if you see here, Krishna's chain was not broken that way. What is mentioned here? That Samyaksara Vasana Krishnir Las Leela. Samyaksara, it was perfectly symmetric because between every two gopis there was one Krishna and one gopi got two Krishnas. So there was no symmetry broken of the Rasa dance. But still, the very heart, Rasa Leela Vasanate, his whole desire to hold his Rasa Leela was to dance with Radharani. She is that, the whole binding link for that desire. And she had gone away. Yes. Now you see here. Next. Taha vinu rasa lila nahi bhaya chitte mandali chadiya gela radha anveshite. So without Radharani, Ras Leela is no more the same. So Taravinu Ras Leela nahi bhaya chitte. Yes. So that is bhaya. Bhaya means to give pleasure. So there is no pleasure without, or there is no light, there is no illumination. There is no feeling without Radharani in the Ras Leela. So Mandali Chadiya Gela Radha Anveshite. Anveshit means to look for. So he went out to search for Radharani, giving up the circle of Ras Leela. Yes. इतस्तत भ्रमी कहा राधा न पाया विषाद करे न काम बाणे खन्न हाया. Yes. So itastata, he went here and there, brahmi, brahman karna, which means to move about. Itastatat brahmi, going here, going there. Kaha Radha na paya, nowhere he was able to find Radharani. Then what he will do? Vishada karena. He started lamenting. Kama bane hinnahaya. So if you see Kam or Cupid, yes, normally in this world, Cupid makes people stupid. Cupid makes stupid. That's what happens in this particular world. But here in this case, Krishna was affected. Krishna is the supreme Cupid. He is called as Madan Gopal. He is the supreme Cupid. He is called as Madan Mohan, one who can bewilder the Cupid. That's the name with which we call Krishna. Right? These are the different names that we give to Krishna. Yes. So Cupid usually has 5 arrows. Yes. Cupid has 5 arrows, and one by one he shoots and he makes the other person fall down. Right? So 5 arrows of Cupid are something, the literal meanings as per our, yeah. So original Cupid is Krishna. He is the Adi Kamadev. Yes. And he attacks, usually when Cupid attacks, even in this world we say, so then there is, he has a arrow made of lotus petals, it's called as Arvinda Shara. He has Ashoka Shara, the mango flower. There is Navamalika Shara, the fresh jasmine arrow. And there is Nilotpala Shara, there's blue lily arrow. So these are all the different arrows that he shoots. So the first arrow with which he shoots, what happens? is there is soft attraction. I'm not talking about the lusty Cupid, the Cupid of love, the true love. So with that there is Shraddha. Ashoka, oh, it brings enthusiasm, Utsaha. Chuta, the mango one, it brings Ruchi, sweet longing. And Navamallika, the jasmine one, brings deep absorption, Asakti. And Nilotpala, the blue lotus one, that arrow, it hits the living entity and he gets prema. So if you see, these are all the arrows of which are spiritual in nature, right? Arvinda, Ashoka, Chuta, Navamallika and Nilotpala. Lotus, Ashoka, mango, jasmine, blue lotus, which slowly brings soft attraction, removes the sorrow, gets sweet longing, deep absorption, finally overwhelming love comes. Correct. So this is how the 5 arrows are hit. So now Vishadena Karena Kama Bane Khinnahaya. So now here Krishna becomes hurt by that arrow of Cupid. Now if you see here, next verse. Shatakoti gopite nahe kama nirvapane tahad iti anumani Shri Radhikara gune. So on one hand there were Shatakoti Gopikagan, hundreds and crores of gopis. But nahe kama nirvapana. So his love wasn't satisfied. Of course, here kama, why the word kama, lust is used on Krishna, it kills the lust. That's what even the Srimad Bhagavatam says. Vikriditam rajavadobhiridam cha Vishnu Shraddhan vitonushruniyat atavarnayedya bhaktim param bhagavati pratilabhya kaman hridaroga ashu apahanoti achirena dhiraha. Vikriditam rajavadobhir. The playful pastimes of Krishna with Rajavadus, which means the gopis. Idam cha Vishnu is here. Krishna is specifically called as Vishnu because that's the official name of Krishna, and it's to indicate that Krishna is no ordinary boy. He is the Supreme Lord. He is the master of Yajna. Shraddhan vito anushrunyat. If we hear all these pastimes with Shraddha, anushrunyat, from Guru Parampara or repeatedly, Bhaktim Param Bhagavati, you will get pure devotional service. Pratilabhya Kaman Hridaroga. The Kama Hridrog, the real disease of the heart. Hrida is heart, Roga is disease, and Kama is lust. Ashu apahanoti. Immediately, Ashu means immediately, apahanoti, it's burnt. Achirena dhira. And without any delay. Achirena. Chira means for long time. Achira means without any delay. Dhira. One becomes a dhira purush. One becomes a very sober person. But still, it is very important that one systematically hears the first 9 cantos of Bhagavatam. And then slowly from Shantaras, Dasiras, Sakhyaras, Vatsalyaras, then one goes to understand this Madhuryaras. Then the result is definitely the heart will, the lust in the heart will completely evaporate. It will be destroyed. Correct. But at the same time, so here why Kama is indicated? Kama is indicated in Krishna's heart to show that intensity of love. Just like in this world we can imagine what a lusty person is like. Very intense. He intensely wants to fulfill his lust. So here similarly that intensity of lust, for that intensity purpose the word Kama is used. Kama nirvapana nahi. He could not satisfy that intensity with crores of gopis. Tahatei anumana Shri Radhikara guna. So that way we all can estimate, anuman, her love, how much it is. It cannot be compared to even the love combined of crores and crores of topmost devotees. Next. Prabhu kahe elagi ailama tomastane sei sab tattva vastu heila mora gyane. So now here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking. He says, after hearing all this, he told to Ramananda Rai, the reason ye laga ailama tomastane, ailama, I came, I came tomastane to your home. Ye lagi, I am feeling Sei sab tattva vastu haila mora gyane. Oh, my purpose of visit has been successful. In order to understanding all this tattva, tattva means truth, tattva vastu, in order to understand all these objects of truth, haila mora gyane, I have come to your place. So my visit is successful. What is the fifth arrow? Lotus petals, mango flower, fresh jasmine, blue lilies. The final is the jasmine, Navamallika, the fresh jasmine, and finally is Neela Utpala, blue lotus. Neela Utpala. Yeah. Next. एबे से जानी लू साध्य साधना निर्णय आगे आर आछे किचु सुनीते मन हय. So now we have been discussing Sadhya Sadhana Nirnay. Sadhya is goal, sadhana is process, and Nirnay, we wanted to ascertain. Yes, Abba Janilo, I have understood now. Aage aur achhe kichu shunite man hai. If there is something more than this, yes, I don't, my mind is desiring to have. Is there anything more than the love of Radharani? Yes, he is asking this question. So I want to know. Next. Krishna रस कोन तत्व प्रेम कोन तत्व रूप. Kindly explain Krishnera Swarupa. I want to understand the features of Krishna, transcendental features of Krishna, and Radhara Swarupa, the features of Srimati Radharani. First question is Krishna's features, second is Radharani's features. Kaha, please speak about it. Rasa kona tattva, prema kona tattva rupa. And I also want to understand the truth of Rasa tattva and Prema tattva. What is melos and what is love? I want to understand. So this discussion has gone to a different level altogether. कृपा करी एई तत्व कहता आमारे तोमा विना केह इहा निरूपते नारे. So he's saying, कृपा करी, please show mercy upon me. Please, I want to know this truth. Toma vina keha iha nirupate nare. There is nobody else who can tell me this truth here. You are the best person to tell me. Let us see what Ramanand Rai responds. राय कहे इहा अमी किछुई न जानी तुमी यही कहो से कही अमी वाणी. Now this is the humility that a Vaishnava has, and this is what everybody feels like. This is the truth that everybody feels like this. Rai kahe yaha ami kichu nahi jani. I don't know anything. After having spoken so much of wonderful philosophy, his feeling is this is dainya bhav. A person who thinks he knows everything knows nothing. That is bhakti. And a person who really feels, even after having assimilated all the tattvas, the Pancharatriki tattva, that is the science of worship, there is bhava tattva, the science of feelings, emotions for doing service, bhakti tattva, which is the truth of devotional service, there is prema tattva, the truth of love, the tattva of love, the object of love, and finally rasa tattva, the melos, the different rasas, the different moods in which the devotees serve Krishna, the different flavors in which devotees serve Krishna. Juice is juice, but there are different apple juice, orange juice. All right, so this way it is there. There's no problem. So he is saying this, Tumi ei kaho sei kahi amvani. So even after knowing all these tattvas, still, whatever you are telling me in the heart as Paramatma, I am speaking. You are only making me speak. I am just a puppet. This is the ideal consciousness of any speaker. Because ultimately, we say this particular verse. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. We say this particular shloka. that how Krishna is Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. This is very important to understand this fact. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. So it is actually Krishna who is speaking. And to the degree one feels that one is a humble instrument in the hand of Krishna, to that degree Krishna will use the instrument to speak very nicely. तोमार शिक्षाय पड़ी ये न शुक पाठ साक्षात ईश्वर तुम्ही के भुजे तुम्हार नाट. So what is he saying here? He's saying, Tumara Shikshaya, your instruction, Padi, I am just part. But part means to recite. Part karna, shlok part. You recite the shloka, right? So it comes from there. Tumara Shikshaya Padi, I am just repeating your instructions. Yena Shuka part, just like a parrot. A parrot is known for repeating. You talk to a parrot, repeat. So many times when we were in India, I remember we used to take students for their first outing retreat. We used to take them to bird sanctuary. And that bird sanctuary used to have a lot of parrots. And we used to tell all the students, now you have come to retreat, no talking, no gossip. And somehow we used to take retreat to such a place. The place was called as Khadakwasla. That particular place you don't get any signals. No Wi-Fi, no range, no phone. You become disconnected from the world. So we tell, now you're disconnected from all this Wi-Fi, internet and all these things. Now you just have to chat. Now you come to here, no gossiping, only talking about Krishna. We're going to only discuss spiritual matters, no discussing anything else. And then all students also get enthusiastic, because the moment you disconnect from Maya, automatically you become Krishna conscious. Yeah, this phone is the problem. Instagram and all this phone. So moment you disconnect, the students also, they become saints. All the children in Prahlad Maharaj school, they become like that. Because you need someone like Prahlad. So then everybody, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, Hari Bol. So the first day, the Friday evening we land, then Sunday evening we are leaving. By the time Sunday evening we are leaving, all the parrots there, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. They also start singing like that. They start chanting. That is the power of association. So Shukapat, like a parrot reciting, like that they recite. So what he's saying, Sakshvat Ishwara Tumi ke buje tumhara naat. See, this you are just acting. You are actually the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ke buje tumhara naat. Nobody will understand. Who can understand your supreme acting that you're doing? What a drama. You're making me speak everything and I'm reciting. It sometimes happens. Like we call it match fixing. There is a speaker, okay, and the speaker gives class to newcomers. We do that. And then in the audience, devotees also go and sit. And they also do not wear any kind of devotional attire, no tilak, no dhoti kurta, go and sit there. And they know the newcomers will not start asking questions. So what they do, they start asking questions what will come in the heart of newcomer. Oh, what is the proof Krishna consciousness works? Oh, that person is said that. The speaker will not tell, oh, you are a devotee for last 12 years and you are asking such basic questions after initiation. What, Prabhu, you are in Maya these days. No, the speaker understands, okay, he is asking this question for the benefit of the audience, because they are not opening their mouth and asking. They have questions. Many times when the speaker says any questions, people have questions, but they are a little shy to ask, right? So what we do is some 2-3 questions they ask, then even the audience, the others open up and they start asking questions. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, following in the same spirit, people have these questions, but nobody will present it properly. So he is asking and then Ramanand Rai is replying. He is inspiring Ramanand Rai with the knowledge in the heart as Chaitya Guru. Chaitya Guru is Paramatma and giving knowledge. हृदय प्रेरणा कर जिह्वाय कहवाणी की कहिया भल मंद किछु नाही जानी. Getting हृदय प्रेरणा करा. Yes, हृदय प्रेरणा करा. There is inspiration within the heart. Jihvaya kahao vani. And through whatever inspiration is coming in heart, that's coming out through my tongue in the form of vani, words. Ki kahiye bala manda. What I am speaking, good or bad, kichu na jari. I am not processing with my intelligence. Kichu bala, kichu manda, I don't know anything. Whether it's good, bad, I don't know. Whatever inspiration is there in the heart, I'm just speaking it out. Right? Speaking. And yeah, it's going on. Now what does Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say after hearing this? Prabhu kahe mayavadi amita sannyasi bhakti tattva nahi jani mayavadi bhasi. Now here is the humility of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is saying, what you are telling, you are calling me Ishwar. You are calling me a person who is inspiring heart. As Chaitya Guru, I am a mayavadi amita sannyasi. I am a mayavadi sannyasi. Actually, there are many reasons why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas in the Mayavad Sampradaya. The Mayavadi usually, they used to take sannyas in those days. Vaishnavas wouldn't take sannyas. It was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took Mayavadi, one of the reasons he took sannyas, Mayavadi sannyas, is a Vaishnava wouldn't give him sannyas. How can I become a sannyas guru of Supreme Lord? I will give Supreme Lord sannyas. If I give Supreme Lord sannyas, he has to shave his hair. Mahaprabhu, curly locks of hair, and the Supreme Enjoyer has to shave head. No, I will not do this. Even that particular place where that person, the barber, who shaved the head of Mahaprabhu, the place where Mahaprabhu's head was shaved, the name became Katwa. Katwa. Mundan Katwa. It was shaved. And that barber felt so guilty. He was so guilty, he gave up his barber business. He opened sweet shop. He said, now I will stop this business to shave. I'll start giving Bengali sweets. Mishti doi, Rasgulla, Shandesh, all this. No more shaving. I will not shave anyone. He gave up the business of shaving. It was so painful. Even for devotees, it was very painful to see the Supreme Lord shaving his head. Shaving head means it's a sign of renunciation. And Supreme Lord, He is the Lord, He should not renounce. He should renounce. But yeah, it was like that. So that is one of the reasons. Nobody else would become a sannyas guru of Mahaprabhu as a Vaishnava. That's one of the reasons why Krishna also accepted Sandipani Muni as his guru. Because Sandipani Muni was a Shaivite. He was Shiv Bhakt. Any other Vaishnava would think, how can I be guru of my Supreme Lord? What intelligence do I have to teach my Lord? Right? So that kind of feeling was there with many teachers. So he took education from Sandipani Muni, who was a Shiv Bhakta. That's one of the reasons. Many more reasons are there. And there were three classes of sannyasis, you see. The first class sannyasis was Saraswat sannyasi, Saraswati. Second grade is Bharati. The third grade is Puri. That's how people would consider outside. There is no grade. Ultimately, sannyas doesn't depend on which school you take sannyas from. Yeah. Do we have a best college, best school? Like that? Yeah, we all have as per the ratings. But at the same time, is it true that the best student comes from the best school? Need not be. It depends on how the student is picking up the subject matter and applying it in practical levels, right? So anybody can be a very revolutionary person, correct? So gems can be produced from any place. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas in Bharati Sampradaya. So many other sannyasis will come, he is a Bharati sannyasi. Even Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya felt that only. First of all, he is a Bharati sannyasi, but still he is a Bharati sannyasi is brahmachari who serves a sannyasi. His name is Chaitanya. Yeah. Chaitanya is the name of a brahmachari servant. So you say, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, when he saw, he is Bharati sannyasi, first of all. Second, he has not changed his name. He has still taken name of brahmachari. What is this? I will make him Saraswat sannyasi, reinitiation. And then he will become Saraswati sannyasi. That was his goal. So Mahaprabhu is very out of humility saying here, Mayavadi Amita Sannyasi Bhakti Tattva Nahi Jani. Mayavadi Bhashi, whatever bhasha, whatever bhashan or whatever speech that I give is all Mayavad. Bhakti Tattva Nahi Jani. I do not know Bhakti. Because usually Mayavadi are dry philosophers. They discuss dry philosophy of Vedanta. Mayavadi speech is like eating only rice and chapati. No dal, no sabji. Have you seen people eating like this? They fully become dry meal. Fully dry. There is no side dish. So they don't have discuss very. They get a lot of pleasure in discussing and speculating on Vedanta Sutras and dry philosophy of Brahman. Bhakti Tattva nahi jane. On the other hand, Bhakti is so very nectarine, tasty. Now here, look at Mahaprabhu's consciousness. सार्वभौमे संगे मोरा मन निर्मल हैला कृष्ण भक्ति तत्व कह तारे पूछिला. He said, I am a Mayavadi sannyasi, but somehow I met Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. See, he is telling opposite. Mahaprabhu was the one who delivered Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He is the one who delivered Sarvabhauma. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was a hardcore Mayavadi. Once, all the devotees were taken. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took everybody to Narendra Sarovar in Jagannath Puri and they were taking bath. And there Nityananda and Advaita were splashing water on each other. These are called water sports pastime. And there Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya also was playing with all Vaishnavas. He was putting water and playing on all Vaishnavas. And that time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Gopinath Acharya, the brother-in-law of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, they both were discussing. They were telling, just look at Sarvabhauma, how is he? He's playing like a child. That time Gopinath Acharya says that Sarvabhauma's heart was like a dried up oil cake. But now, because of your mercy, it has become a wonderful nectar like heart. It was dried up because of all this Mayavad philosophy. Yes, Tarko, Pratishta, Shruteyo, Vibhinna, all discussing Vedanta Sutra and all these stuffs. Dry philosopher, hard-hearted philosopher. Yes, Mayavad makes one's heart very hard. On the other hand, Bhakti softens the heart of a person. Correct? They say everything is Maya. Even prasad is Maya. It's food, no? It's Maya. Yes, but they have no knowledge that anything can. Hari Sambandhu Vastuna. It is connected to Krishna. That knowledge they don't have. Yes. Mumukshi Parityago. Falgu Vairagya Kate. They are all attached to Falgu Vairagya. They give up everything as Maya. Prapanchiki Kataya Buddhya. They have buddhi that everything is prapanchiki. It's made of these 5 elements. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. So Maya. Ye Maya, tum bhi Maya, sab Maya. That's why they call Mayavad. They say Krishna's deities are also Maya. Krishna's name is also Maya. There is only one Satya. Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya. How can Jagat be Mithya? Jagat is produced from Krishna. Krishna's production. Krishna is the supreme truth, absolute truth. He cannot create a Jagat that is Mithya. Of course, this world is temporary manifestation. The manifestations are illusory, but it's not false. There's a difference between false and illusory. So, but he's saying Sarvabhauma Sange Mora Mana Nirmala in association of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, because Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Ramanand Rai were friends. Yeah, somehow they were friends. They had a connection. That's the reason Sarvabhauma was delivered, because of connection with Ramanand Rai. And Sarvabhauma, after he became devotee, then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said that, you see, Mahaprabhu, previously in Madras, I had association of such a wonderful devotee, Ramanand Rai, but that time I did not realize the value. I did not know who is this person. But now I have become devotee, now I am understanding the value of this. Wow, amazing. This is nice. So sometimes it happens that, I remember. There was a group of students, we had taken them to Jihu temple. Yes, we had taken them to Juhu temple for Yad. They were very new, chanting just 2-3 rounds. And it was the afternoon time, Bhagwan's Rajbhog Aarti, and it was a weekday. And somehow there were no visitors. No visitors. And suddenly entered the arena His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Now, he came there. And he looked at us. He was smiling. He called me. He had recognized me. You are from Pune. I said, he mentioned. And we took blessings. Then I told Maharaj, please bless all of them. So Maharaj blessed all these students. And they have no clue who is he. They are having no clue what is this, who is he. He's just a person. He is also wearing this dress, he is also wearing this dress. I said, he is Sannyasi Maharaj. You don't know the fortune. We are alone with deities and just Maharaj is there in the Juhu temple. And later on, afterwards, after many years, one of the students took initiation from Maharaj. And then he recalled, my God, what a fortune I had. Sanatana Dharma Das had taken us to Juhu temple. There we met Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj personally put his hand on our head. I didn't understand the value that time. Who is this person? But today we understand the value. Oh, and then the thank Prabhuji, thank you. So I said I didn't do anything. We just went to temple. Maharaj happened to be there. Then we realized the value of that person. Right? So similarly, Sarabham Bhattacharya also said that I was there with Ramanand Rai. He used to speak a lot of wonderful things, but I did not understand it that time. But now I am able to understand. Oh, this is the topmost thing. So please, Mahaprabhu, when you are going to South India, please associate with Ramanand Rai. So Mahaprabhu was already aware of Ramanand Rai. And that's where he says, Krishna Bhakti Tattva Kaha Tahara Pochila. What is Krishna Bhakti and what is Rasa Tattva? You ask this person, he knows everything. Sarabhoma had told. So because he asked, I am just following his instructions. So this is humility of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Next. Teho kahe ami nahi jani jani. He said, Sarabhoma said that ami nahi jani. Abe Ramanand jani. Ramanand Rai knows everything. Teho nahi eta. There is, and he is not here right now. Only Ramanand Rai knows. So he had mentioned your name. तुम्हार थाई आईला न तुम्हार महिमा सुनिया तुम्ही मोर स्तुति कर सन्यासी जानिया. So because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, after hearing about your glories, I have come here. I just came here because you are here. And you are offering me respect, that is only because I am in the sannyas order. Ramanand Rai was a Shudra and he was a Grihastha. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a Brahmana and a sannyasi. So both in Varna and Ashram, Mahaprabhu was superior. So he respected. So he is saying your respect is only out of Varna and Ashram. So this is humility of both the Vaishnavas. That's what is ideal behavior. Yes. So one thing very important is in front of a devotee, we should never be proud of our, this is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's purport in Anuvritti Samvad. He says, we should not be proud of our material opulence. We should not even be proud of our spiritual, whatever wisdom we have. In front of devotees, it's very, very important to just remain humble. Yes, a newcomer usually they try to blow their own trumpet. Oh, we go to Vrindavan every year. We give lots and lots of donations to temples. There is Thakurji in our home. This is there, that is there. So they're wanting to show off that we are such great Vaishnavas. That tendency is there in newcomers. That we should tolerate. We should not immediately correct. You newcomer, you have not read Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's purport to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we don't correct, but we understand. We were also like that in the beginning, trying to show Atmano Darpita Bhakti, trying to show off one's own devotee. But as we advance, in presence of a devotee, great souls, we should try to hear more. That's why we're given 2 ears and 1 mouth. We should speak less, hear more. Right? That's what would happen. I also remember there was one Grihastha devotee. He had a very amazing home. And to find like that home in a congested city like Pune where we stayed was very difficult. So we thought Maharaj should get the best facility. So one of the sannyasi Maharajas, we arranged for him to be in that room. For 1 second, I had just gone aside to use the washroom or something. I came back. He started talking to Maharaj. He started talking about his own. Maharaj is very humble. He was sitting there and he was listening. So he started talking about, oh, we do this, we do that. This is how we should use the washroom. I said, my God, I left him. I called him out. Prabhu, let Maharaj take rest. You please come out. And then I told him, see, when you are with great souls, we should hear from them, not speak to them. We should listen. We should inquire, ask questions and hear more. Not that we are there to show off more what we know and everything else. They are very humble. They will not say anything. They will simply accept. But later on, over the years, as that devotee kept serving, then he improved. We could see the change in consciousness. So that's one thing. Materially puffed up persons, we should not be like that. And also, in order to get knowledge, one should not be materially puffed up. That puffed up. Prabhupada would use this word, puffed up. You are becoming so much puffed up. Ego is pumping up. Then we will not be able to serve. We will not be able to learn. So before a Vaishnava, tatvidhi pranipratena pariprashnena sevaya. Upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshana. So when you are coming to class, we should be very humble. Sometimes even in online class, some people, I am not telling you all are wonderful devotees. I go to some other yatras, some people have tendency to give out the answer before the speaker speaks. You tell, I also know this. They will put the answer in the chat. See, I know the point. So they have this tendency. So they should not be. One should, even if you know, keep quiet. Listen. Because the moment this I know comes up, you're closed to learning Krishna consciousness. Your mercy is closed. The door to receive mercy is closed. But a devotee who is an I relish, that is advanced devotee. You make advancement. So ego will keep telling, Prabhu, you know, now give the answer, give the answer. Sometimes some devotees have tendency, after the question answers, Prabhu, you gave such wonderful answer, but I want to add something more to it. On their own, without being asked. So there is a tendency which we also have. Wait, I will add more. You don't know so much as I do. I will add something more to it. Wait. Prabhu, I don't have any question, but I want to add to your answer and give you more understanding. Hare Krishna. This we should not do. If somebody is doing, we should not judge, but we should never be like that. We should be in the mode of listening. If asked, speak. That's how Hanuman was. He was the most powerful monkey, but he was keeping quiet. Only when Jamvan blessed him. Jamvan is a senior devotee, his guru. Then Hanuman went to Lanka. So this should be the consciousness of a devotee. When asked, speak. When Ram, he didn't even question Vishwamitra why we are going to Janakpuri. Vishwamitra just took, there is Swayamvar of Sita, come. Never asked. And Ram stood there. All the warriors were trying one by one. Ram, Lakshman, keep quiet. They don't speak anything. And then Vishwamitra says, Ram, you go and do it. He just takes blessings and goes to do. And because Guru told that I'm doing it, I'm trying to string the bow, I broke it. That's why Maryada Purushottam, ideal way to deal. Similarly, is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here. So who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He shows behavior of all. He Shadbhuj Gauranga. That is the form that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shows to Ramanand Rai. Eventually, you'll see. Shadbhuj Gauranga is, in one hand he has bow and arrow, representing Ramachandra. One hand he is having a flute, representing Krishna. And one hand he has his danda, Ekadanda and Kamandalu, representing Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So he actually exhibits the opulence of all. So he is teaching ideal dealings to all of us. So he is the Supreme Acharya. And now here, this is the most famous verse. The most famous verse, which tells who can be a guru. Kiba Vipra Kiba Nyasi Shudra Kenenoy Yei Krishna Tattva Veta Sei Guru Hoy. Whether one is a Kiba Vipra, whether one is a Brahmana, Kiba Nyasi, whether one is a Sannyasi, Shudra Kenenoy, or one may be even a Shudra, a low birth. Yei Krishna Tattva Veta, anyone who knows about Krishna, say Guru Hoy, that person is Guru. Tattva Veta means what? Tattva Veta means he knows the signs of Krishna. Such a person becomes spiritual master. And what does Prabhupada say? Now this purport we have to see also. So far I was explaining the purport. What does Prabhupada say? This verse is very important to the Krishna consciousness movement. See? This is very important. One should not think that because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born a Brahmana, he was in the topmost order of sannyasi, it was improper for him to receive instruction from Ramanand Rai, who belonged to Shudra class. To clarify this, Ramanand Rai, he informs Ramanand Rai that knowledge of Krishna consciousness is more important than caste. Caste is useless. Because there are one Nityananda Vamsha, Advait Vamsha. They say only if you are born in family of Nityananda and Advaita, you can become Guru. Of course, Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur, Apasiddhanta Dvanta Harine, he defeated their philosophy. There are some smart Brahmanas, caste Brahmanas. The caste Brahmanas philosophy is, they say only if you are Brahmana you can be a guru. Only if you are Brahmana you can worship deities. This is all useless philosophy. Mahaprabhu is saying this is all bogus. Yes, Brahmana is natural spiritual master of the other Varnas, but Brahmana in what? Brahmana in guna and karma, in qualities and activities, not in birth. Yes, Janmana Jayate Shudra. By birth, everyone is a Shudra. One has to become qualified through training under a spiritual master to become a Brahmana. So, to spread Krishna consciousness, one only need to be cognizant of signs of Krishna, which we'll get in Prabhupada's books. And if somebody simply understands Prabhupada's books, he can become spiritual master. So, Prabhupada wanted everybody to become teachers of Krishna consciousness. Next, in Hari Bhakti Vilas, it is said that a person who is not in the Brahmanical order, if there is a fit person, one should not accept initiation from a person who is not in the Brahmanical order, if there is a fit person in the Brahmanical order present. But this is instruction given for people who are overly dependent on Varna and Ashram system, for such low consciousness people. But the moment somebody has understood Krishna consciousness properly, he has become serious devotee. Yes, you can accept spiritual master is fully conversant in the science of Krishna. Yes, so whichever caste, if he is conversant in the science of Krishna, he can become a spiritual master as either Vartma Parshak Guru, that is Padapadakshak Guru, Diksha Guru or Shiksha Guru. All gurus he can become. So Prabhupada says that anybody can become even Diksha Guru. This is the basis. The spiritual master who initiates according to regulations of Shastras is called Diksha Guru. And the spiritual master who gives instructions for elevation is called Shiksha Guru. So both instructing Guru, initiating Guru, one can become just by knowing the signs of Krishna and truth. So we will continue this purport. This purport is very important. So from this purport we will continue. Today we covered 128 shlokas. Not bad. So when the weightage is there, it's very heavy topic, then we go 20 verses average. If it's smooth storyline, we try to cover 30 to 35 shlokas. I'll take one question, then फिर हम लोग हिंदी कक्षा लेंगे आधे घंटे के लिए. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, thank you
Krishna,
so much for such a beautiful class. Prabhuji, I have a quick question regarding Suta Goswami. Suta Goswami was also not a Brahmana. So, Miss, I don't know about the background.
Mixed
So could you
caste.
please...
Suta is mixed caste. They actually have Brahmana mother, Kshatriya father, like that. It's a mixed caste. Sutas. But somehow they have been given the, because not all Brahmanas usually they are in charge of Vedas. They have the Vedic knowledge. So such mixed caste Sutas, they were given the rights to recite Puranas, Itihasas, Samhita, especially Itihasas. They were experts at that. Histories. Suta. Sut, Magadvandi. Every king would have three kinds of people. There were Sutas. Sutas are history tellers. So that's the name given. Yeah. He was not from pure Brahmanical background. Yes. And Shaunakadi rishis were pure Brahmanas, but they all accepted him as teacher. Good example. Yes. Yes, Raksha Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu. So, a very dumb question. When we say that like science of Krishna or the Krishna consciousness, what is the exact meaning of that?
Science of Krishna consciousness, Krishna Vigyan, is the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. The philosophy is scientific, no? So what is a philosophy? Philosophy is something that teaches you everything. What is the initial position? What is the final destination? What is the path process? What are the obstacles? What is the experience? Answering these 5 questions is called as philosophy. Initial, final, path, obstacles and experience. Shyam Sundar Prabhu, Bhagavad Gita, after Bhagavad Gita class, can I take your question?